All right, hi everybody. Welcome to Thunder Fight School. My name is Thunder. This is my game, and we're here with the Green Machine, my little remote control car, and his buddy, the yellow orange machine. Anyway, the Green Machine is all grown up, and he is not a little car anymore. In fact, he might be big enough to ride in. So that's what we're going to do today. Not for the point of doing vehicles. That's probably going to be later or whatever. This is an exploration of forcing the player's rotation to try to see what that feels like and understand what we probably shouldn't be doing, right? So yeah, I've been playing around with it, and I can tell you what I've learned so far is that you can force the yaw. If you try to force the pitch and the roll, oh man, it's just so terrible. Um, is it playable? It is probably playable. Is it comfortable? It is not at all. It's pretty unpleasant, I think, for the most part, if you try to do stuff besides the yaw. Anyway, let's get to driving. All right, so this particular vehicle is configured in a way where it's like just sliding all over the place and doing donuts and hitting stuff. And I think I would get sick pretty fast if this was a problem because I am having the yaw forced to match the rotation of the car body, and it's helpful that I can see the car, right? Because that gives me like a relative frame of reference to be looking at. But I am still getting bounced around in my view. Well, here, let me show you my view. In my view, this thing is still just all over the place. All right, I'll turn that off, and now you can see my view. And so, as you can see, this car body is just like all over. And I'm telling you, it's not that bad. It's not that terrible. It's not great. Um, I mean, this is a little bit extreme, right? But I think if you lessened it and perhaps added a little bit of smoothing, whoa, nice, fell all the way out. Yeah, I'm not strapped in that car at all. By the way, um, let me stand up and get my feet back on. All right, go back to the third person camera, and let me unlock my perspective. All right, so now I can turn again. Um, so yeah, basically it's not really that bad. I wouldn't want to stay there all day. It is extreme. I am like whipping around all over the place. But like I said, I think I would get sick pretty quickly if the pitch and the roll were also unlocked. You lose like orientation with the horizon, and it just makes your brain go crazy. I think at that point. So yeah, here let's push this a little bit more with this car, his buddy. The feet are still not fantastic, but I'm just glad that I can do this at all. It's actually really cool to be able to like move around like that. And here we go. I'm gonna lock the yaw, stuff my feet in here, and like I said, I'm not strapped into this car at all. I'm just in it. I'm in the hole. That is the seat and stuff, and so I'm just my body's subject to the same physics that the car is, and so I just kind of stay with it all the time. And then I've got my feet kind of jammed up in here, so that if I take a hit, like here, I'll run into the wall over here. If I take a hit on the wall, you can see my body like getting like jostled around. But yeah, it's not locked in at all. It just kind of springs back into place because my feet are pushing and my body's pushing up against the walls of the cockpit and everything. All right, so this car has a much higher suspension. It's also got a whole lot more torque, and it should be pretty good at something like this rock crawl. Which again is not for the purpose of the vehicle. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it's really just to like throw your perspective, put you in a situation where you're getting jostled positionally and rotationally, and then seeing how that feels. Now, this is only, like I said before, this is only yaw locked. I don't feel like getting sick, so the pitch and the roll are not being affected by the movement of the car. And I think this is a good, kind of a good, like trade-off. It feels relatively comfortable, and also seems relatively realistic at the same time. I think because like in real life, I'm going to be working real hard automatically to retain, an upright head position, even if I am getting jostled around quite a bit. So yeah, pretty interesting. And it's pretty cool to play around with the cars, to play around with the vehicles. It's pretty neat to see how well the physics body just kind of rides in the vehicles without even needing to be bolted down, jointed to anything, or have any kind of magic code. Um, so that's pretty slick. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, let me get out of here. My little drive is done. I will use my super awkward but functional feet to hop out. Oof, if I can. There we go. All right. Not pretty, but still really cool. Let me unlock the yaw. There we go. All right, now I can turn again. So I guess that concept of like locking the yaw to the orientation of an object is I don't know. It's interesting to me. Are there other places where that makes a lot of sense? And I started thinking, well, what about this Archimedes screw here that I slid down in the last video? I wonder if I could do something there. So I did create. If you look at the little white cube, there's a white cube up at the top there. You might be able to see it if I can focus the camera. So that little white cube is tracking my position. It follows along. Basically, it's just pointed at me all the time. And then I've got another transform that's 180 degrees to that. So basically, I'm getting an object which is always pointed in the direction of my center to the center of this screw. So as I go around the screw, that's going to rotate and point to the middle. And if I lock my yaw to that object, then I'm going to rotate around the middle also. And then this becomes a much easier and much more pleasant ride down this thing. So here, let me lock the yaw. All right, so I've got the yaw locked, and I will latch on and jump off. And so this time I don't have to like run around my play space like crazy. I can just let this unwind. And like I said, because it's only yaw being affected, it's not all that terrible. I mean, it's not all that comfortable either, but it's just not all that bad. It's not going to make me throw up or anything like that. So I think for certainly for momentary stuff, but even as part of a normal gameplay element, I will probably unlock yaw rotation of the player character, so that if you get hit and rotated, then the whole world will spin. And again, I'll keep it flat for comfort, or I may actually play with the idea of allowing like a proportional amount of pitch or roll and see if that plays or if it's just all bad. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, and hope you guys like the new RC cars. I think they're a blast, and yeah, just conceptually locking the player yaw to something. I think that could be helpful. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.